What is acceleration in connected speech? Acceleration is the obligatory phonological process that makes it easier to pronounce combination of sounds by making the sound share a distinctive feature that in other environment of the sound will not have. One common type of acceleration occurs in the example below. Focus on the two words could and you. For example, could you give me that book on accounting? Could you give me that book on accounting? You probably noticed that in the sound in could and the j sound in jet combine to make j sound. This is because of the type of acceleration called palatalization. This happens with other sound and sound combination too. When a word ending in the d, z, or j sound is followed by a word beginning with the j sound, the two sound acceleration and palatalization occurs. What are regressive acceleration and progressive acceleration? Regressive acceleration happens when the following sound in a word influence the preceding sound. For example, in past polite, impolite, in past correct, incorrect, in past relational, irrelational, in past logical, illogical. The letter N is written in a capital letter since it is still in the form of affect nasal. You can find a lot of examples of regressive acceleration. Progressive acceleration, it happens when the preceding sound influences the following sound since the preceding sound is too dominant. For example, 7. Handkerchief. In non-standard English, the word 7 is usually pronounced as 7 instead of 7 in which n in change into m syllabic. The acceleration of praise, the acceleration of manner, and the acceleration of voicing. First, acceleration of praise. First, when a sound change is a praise of articulation to another praise, it is correct acceleration of praise. This change of praise depends on the praise of articulation of the neighboring sounds. Acceleration of praise is of three types: alveolar stop, alveolar fricative, and alveolar syllabic nasals. Alveolar stop acceleration. Acceleration of this kind is a regressive acceleration. Hence, t, d, and n tend to change the place of articulation to a position nearer to that of the following sound. In other words, alveolar stop t, d, n may become bilabial if followed by bilabial consonants p, b, m, or they may become velar stop k, g if they are followed by velars k, g. So they accelerate, they don't change the revoicing. Alveolar fricative acceleration. The alveolar stop s may become post alveolar fricative ch, as in this chu, and z may become z if followed by the palatal approximant y, as in those years. Alveolar syllabic nasal acceleration of this kind is a progressive acceleration. Thus, could become bilabial m, when preceded by a bilabial or could become velar ng if preceded by a velar plosive in the same word and followed by a consonant in the same or next word or by a pause. Example of which are open, bacon. Assumption of manner. Second, like assumption of praise, assumption of manner refers to neighboring sounds becoming similar in their manner of articulation. This happens in traction when in connected speech two adjacent sounds are merged to form new sound. Additionally, it is usually heard in very rapid speech or very informal situation, and it can be either progressive or regressive. Clear example of this type are difficult to distinguish. It involves a change from a stronger consonant to a weaker one. Example of progressive and regressive assumption are found in very and example the progressive could be in shut your mouth when pronounced repeatedly. Here, the approximant j can be articulated with a narrow gap between the speech organs under the influence of the preceding t. An example of the regressive could be in that sight and in good night. In the progressive t become fricatives, and in good night the plosive d becomes nasal n. General according to Berry assumption of manner tends to regressive with raise obstruction of air. Assumption of manner. Second, like assumption of praise, assumption of manner refers to neighboring sounds becoming similar in their manner of articulation. This happens in traction when in connected speech two adjacent sounds are merged to form new sound. Additionally, it is usually heard in very rapid speech or very informal situation, and it can be either progressive or regressive. Clear example of this type are difficult to distinguish. It involves a change from a stronger consonant to a weaker one. Example of progressive and regressive assumption are found in very and example the progressive could be in shut your mouth when pronounced repeatedly. Here, the approximant j can be articulated with a narrow gap between the speech organs under the influence of the preceding t. An example of the regressive could be in that sight and in good night. In the progressive t become fricatives, and in good night the plosive d becomes nasal n. General according to Berry assumption of manner tends to regressive with raise obstruction of air.
Elision. Elision is the omission of sounds, syllables, or words in speech. This is done to make the language easier to say and faster. In linguistics, an elision or deletion is the omission of one or more sounds, such as a vowel, a consonant, or a whole syllable, in a word or phrase. However, these terms are also used to refer more narrowly to cases where two words are lumped together by the omission of a final sound. An example is the elision of word final 2 in English. If it precedes and followed by a consonant, the word is first light. We often pronounce it first light. We are not pronounce it first light. Many other terms are used to refer to specific cases where sounds are omitted. And it's very important to note that sounds don't simply disappear like a light being switched off. A transcription such as XACTS for X implies that the phoneme has dropped out altogether, but detailed examination of speech shows that such effects are more gradual in slow speech. The T may be fully pronounced with an audible transition from the preceding K and to following S. While in a more rapid style, it may be articulate but not given any audible realization, and in very rapid speech it may be observable if at all, only as a later early movement of the tongue blade toward its position. The term deletion is used in some modern work instead of elision when contemporary of historic deletion is treated in a term of generative phonology. Is usual to explain the process as one of substituting zero for a phoneme. In the form of a phonological rule, the form of such rule is typically an example of a deletion rule if we start with a premise that underlying form of the word here has a final r and has a phonological form here. We need to be able to explain how r is deleted at the end of the here, but it's not deleted in the delivered hearing. The difference is between word final r in here, where the r would form part of the round of the syllable, and word medial r, which would form the onset of the second syllable hearing. The following rule delete r in here, but doesn't apply in the case of hearing. In literature, particularly in poetry, elision plays an important role in helping the writer maintain a meter or pattern of straight and unstraight syllable. Eliminating a sound can help the writer follow the pattern. You will often hear elision in colloquial language or casual speech. When elision appear in writing, they are more intentional and are noticeable. Often, the writer replaces the elision with an apostrophe. Elision in English usually happens when a short, unstraight vowel occurs between voiceless consonants in the first syllable of perhaps potato, the second syllable of bicycle, or the third syllable of philosophy. The example that I've given you is the first word is camera. But after elision, we will not pronounce it like that. We will pronounce it camera. The second word is don't know. After elision, we pronounce it don't know. And the next word is kind of. After elision, we pronounce it kinda. Next word is chocolate. After elision, we pronounce it chocolate. The next word is history, for history. Next word is temperature, for temperature. Next word is a simple word in everyday language. It's a family. After elision, we pronounce it a family. The next word is vegetable. After elision, we pronounce it vegetable. And the last word is it's not last, but I've give you I have. After elision, we pronounce it I've. Yes. Most elision in English are not mandatory, but they are used in common practice and even something in more formal speech. However, these types of elision are rarely shown in modern writing and never shown in a formal writing. In formal writing, the words are written the same whether or not the speaker would elide them.
Hi, I was talking about linking, but what is linking? Linking in natural speech, words often flow together and then sound be like one. And I have two examples to explain you what is linking. Let's start with the first example. A lot of. If you link it together, a lot of. T is joining with of. A lot of. Are you understand? Yeah? And next, some ice. M is joining with ice. Some mice. The first word is a lot of. And next, some mice. And the next question is, where linking can happen? They can happen three ways. Consonant to consonant. Consonant to vowel. Vowel to vowel. Again, consonant to consonant. Consonant to vowel. And the last one is vowel to vowel. First, I'll tell you about consonant to vowel. What is consonant to vowel? A word that ends with a consonant sound and the next sound starts with a vowel sound. For the example, look up. Look up. You see, look. K. It's a consonant sound, and up start with a vowel sound. Look up. Look up. The consonants move to the vowel sound in the second word, and this is always happening. It is a natural feature and the fact of natural speech. Let's have a look at some more examples. First one, we have wake up. Wake up. But said naturally, it's become wake up. Wake up. It's very easy, right? Wake up. Wake up. Up is become to cup. Wake up. Next example is we have eat out. Eat out. But together they sound like eat out. Eat out. Next example. Hold on. Hold on. And together they sound like hold on. Hold on. On is done. Hold on. I have green and apple. Green and apple. Say naturally it's become green apple. Green apple. Apple is become napple. Green apple. Green apple. I like to eat green apple. I like to eat green apple. Next, I have stop it. Stop it. We use this verse very often. It become pit. Stop it. Stop it. And the last one we have laugh at. laugh at. Laugh is a consonant sound. F is a fricative. And then one join at with a in the vowel sound. So laugh at become laugh at. Laugh at. Next, I will start consonant to consonant. I have an example. Bad dog. Bad dog. You see bad ends with a consonant sound and dog and start with a consonant sound too. You see bad dog. You see you have a two d. And how you pronounce that? You should cut one d. And what we say? Bad dog. Bad dog. Bad dog. You see we have only one d sound. Bad dog. I will explain again what is consonant to consonant. A word that ends with a consonant sound and start with a consonant sound too. And I have an example. I have big game, big game. You see big end with a consonant sound and game start with a consonant sound too. How you do? You should cut one g and it's be like big game, big game. And I have more example. The word that end with a consonant sound and the next word that start with a consonant sound too. Let's start with the first example. Hot and tea. Hot and tea. You see hot end with a consonant sound and tea start with a consonant sound too. You remember? What should you do? You should cut one word that is a consonant sound and it's become like hot tea, hot tea, hot tea. And next example is feel lonely, feel lonely. You see feel end with a consonant sound and lonely start with a consonant sound too. You should cut one consonant sound. Say naturally, it's become feel lonely, feel lonely. The last example is consonant to consonant sound is sheep, place, sheep, place. You see, right? Sheep is end with a consonant sound and place. It starts with a consonant sound too. You should cut one consonant sound and it's become she plays, she plays, she plays. Okay, and the last topic is vowel to vowel sound. Let's start. Vowel to vowel sound. If linking a chord here, the words are joined by adding a v and ng sound. I have an example for you. Let's start with the first example. Say it. Say it. You know, we should add w or y. Ta-da! Say it should add y. And it's become like say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Next example is go on. Go on. We should add w. W. Go on. It's become go on. Go on. And the last one I have I and M. I and M. Easy, right? And you know what we should add w or ng. I am. We should add y. Y. I am.
In spoken communication, rhythm can be used to convey different meaning a lot. Can be described here from the rhythm of an utterance. For example, You might consciously change your rhythm to express different feeling, emotion, or emphasize a point, or you might do this without even realizing it. Have you stopped to think about the meaning of rhythm? Believe it or not, rhythm is an important aspect of everyday speech and help us to communicate with others. Rhythm refers to the sense of movement speech. Rhythm is not an individual phonetic segment like consonant or vowel, but is instead concerned with syllable and the large part of speech. It is an aspect of prosody and can be referred to as a supersegmental. Other supersegmental elements include stress, pitch, tone, and intonation. Rhythmic patterns in speech are dependent on the word form we use in phonetics. There are two forms, strong form and weak form. The strong form of a word refers to when a word is fully stressed. When pronounced, when this happens, the vowel sound in the word become longer. This usually only happens when the word is pronounced on its owner or is being purposely emphasized. The weak form of a word refers to when the word is unstressed. When a weak form is used, the vowel sounds are shorter and the words tend to be spoken quicker. Weak forms are often used in connected speech and help to make sentence flow better, creating a steady rhythm and natural sounding conversation. Speech rhythm can also depend on the thing you want to emphasize. If you add stress to different parts of a sentence, this not only change the rhythm but can also alter the meaning of a sentence and can help make your intention clearer. Native speakers of English are immersed in the language as soon as they are born, so automatically pick up on the rhythm of English speech and don't have to learn it manually. If someone is not aware of the typical rhythm of the English language, their speech may sound disjointed or unnatural. If someone's native language has a syllable time rhythm, they may find it more difficult to adjust to the straight time rhythm of English. Rhythm is important in making speech sound full and help us to comprehend utterance. If an incorrect rhythm is used and stress is placed on the wrong part of words, this may affect the meaning of an utterance and or make it more difficult to understand.